In this masterclass, we are going to be going over how to use Instagram to generate new, high-quality clients or patients every single month without needing to post every single day or spend thousands of dollars a month on ads. So first, let's clarify something about Instagram marketing. If done right, this is not one more thing to add to your to-do list. This system is designed to reduce decision fatigue, not add to it. You don't need more content. What you actually need is less guessing. This replaces what should I post? Is this working? Am I wasting time? With a proven system that works. And if you watch this masterclass until the end, I promise that you will know the foundational pillars that help our clients make an extra $10,000 a month from Instagram marketing. So a little introduction of myself. Hello, my name is Christina Kelly, and I've been managing service providers' Instagram pages for several years, and I've learned a few things along the way that I am excited to share with you. So my own business experience. Before taking on my own clients, I worked in sales and marketing for 5 years, and I worked all over the world at agencies in Scottsdale, Phoenix, New York City, and I also worked in London actually. Here I actually worked for Jimmy Choo's niece at Lucy Choi London, doing sales and marketing for her shoe brand. Entrepreneurship success. So since taking on my own clients, I've had the pleasure of consulting multiple 6, 7, and even 8-figure businesses on how to scale their company. So I've done that with one-on-one coaching clients. I've done that with people who have taken over their entire pages. I've also had the pleasure of doing a lot of public speaking to rooms of different entrepreneurs, being on podcasts and things like that. So I met JC a couple of years ago because I found myself in a position where I needed to start growing a team. We now have a team of 3, soon to be 4, who is working for me at the agency. And JC was the very first hire, and she is now a manager on the team. She's a huge part of all the client work that I do now. And so I also wanted to give a brief introduction to her. So her marketing journey started in 2020 when she was helping a friend with her crystal business and realized that she could build a remote career helping businesses grow through Instagram. Because she's always loved psychology, marketing felt like a natural fit for her, and she is honestly a natural at it. Okay, a few client wins. So here are some recent client wins that we've been able to have. Over here, you can see the Scottsdale chiropractor. This was pretty recent for them. We allowed them to hit an extra $30,000 a month through Instagram alone. This is not from referrals. This is not through their SEO. This is specifically through leads who came in 30 days from Instagram and how much they ended up spending. So the average client with them ended up spending a little over $1,000, and that was 26 new leads, not only who were booked on the calendar, but who actually came in the door. Another client win is actually also with the Scottsdale chiropractor. So this is a video of theirs that got 18.7 million views. You can see in the analytics here that we didn't put any ad spend behind this. I know that there's other marketers who love to talk about their viral views, and a lot of it is because they've spent thousands of dollars to get them to that point. But as you can see here, that is entirely organic. They were able to get a lot of growth on their page because of this. We've posted many other videos for them that have gotten over 100K, 200K, 300K, even other videos that have also gotten over 1 million views for them. This over here is a client win that I love to share. This is from one of our previous clients named Brady, who is a sales coach. And he had a client who watched his content, and he didn't even have to hop on a phone call in order to close this person on a $4,800 sale. And I love sharing this win because that is the value of great quality content. Next over here, Jaden Easton. So he ran a company called Clients and Community. They had 10K and also 24K programs. And after just a couple months of work together, they easily generated close to 6 figures in revenue just from our posting on Instagram alone. Okay, now enough about me. Let's talk about you. So I'm guessing that as soon as I mentioned posting on Instagram, probably even before you even opened up this masterclass, you had one or maybe all of the following concerns. Number 1, I want to make money here, but I don't love being on camera that much, and I'm not sure that my clients or patients will either. 2, I'm worried this is going to take too much time. I'm already busy. I barely even have the time to watch this masterclass. 3, Even if this process has worked for other people, I don't know if it's going to work for me and if it's possible for me to consistently get new business from Instagram. Let's go ahead and talk through all of these. So first, let's talk about being on camera. It's totally normal to feel a bit uncomfortable when you are first starting to film. I didn't start out being super comfortable on camera. I don't think that anybody does. Just like anything in life, it can feel a little bit scary at first, but everything gets easier when you put more reps in. That said, there are a few tricks to make it easier for you and also for your patients or clients. Number one, always film in front of a window or a ring light because great lighting makes us look great. And when your content is better quality, the algorithm is actually more likely to push it. Two, if you are filming content where you're talking, just pretend like you're FaceTiming a friend on your phone in order to sound more relaxed. Even as I am filming this masterclass right now, little trick, in my head, I'm pretending like there's already a person on the other end of this right now. I'm on a Zoom call in my head and I'm just talking with one person about these different tips and tricks and tools and systems. And that makes me feel like what it is that I'm sharing is a lot more natural. It's just a little mental reframe, but I find that it works really well. Three, remember that the content that you create really isn't about you. Everything that we're doing here is about the person whose life could be changed forever if they heard what you have to say today. If you're watching this right now, I know that it's because you have something valuable to offer the world. You just need to get it in front of the right people. And when creating content, something that I always like to remind my clients is that what it is that we're doing here, yes, of course, we want you to look good and have your hair in place and things like that, but it's really about the lives that we are changing. It's about something so much bigger than us. In regards to filming clients or patients, some of my clients will offer the service at a discounted rate in exchange for being in the content. I know some people come to me and said, I don't know if people are comfortable, being on camera. So that is one way that you could do this and kind of incentivize people. Or this is the other thing that I find works great probably 90% of the time, is just let the person know that them being in the content really is an inspiration to others and shows others that they can have a similar transformation. People genuinely want to help people most of the time. And so normally if you tell people this, it's an easy yes. This has never been an issue when brought up like this, at least not with most clients or patients. You won't get a yes from every person that you speak to, but I find that if you bring it up in the right way, more often than not, people are happy to be in your content. Will I need fancy equipment or somebody to help me? This is another question that I get quite a bit. No, you don't. You don't need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a new camera, a videographer, anything like that. Instagram is pushing organic content because people want to connect with other people, right? The more organic and natural it can feel, the better your content's going to perform. So really all you need is your iPhone on a camera stand that you can buy for like 20 bucks on Amazon, and you are good to go. And your content will still look very professional if it's edited right, which we'll get to in a second. Okay, now let's talk about how to use your time wisely when posting on Instagram. Hopefully you could see based off of the client wins here that everything that I'm talking about here is not just about you having a pretty Instagram feed. This is about what can you do, how can you spend the least amount of time possible to get the most amount of money possible and change the most amount of lives possible. It all comes down to how we structure your time, which we're now going to go over. So if you want to see results from your Instagram page without spending hours overthinking what to post, then you need to have an easy, repeatable system for content creation and lead generation. So here's a monthly process that I would suggest. This is exactly what I do with my clients. 1, put together a content plan, determine what you need to film. Take time to sit down, write it all out. 2, film the content. 3, send the content off to an editor or edit it yourself. 4, confirm that everything turned out how you like. 5, write captions and schedule it out. 6, engage with your target market on the app. More on that later. 7, book in your new clients or patients. And then 8, this is so key. Every month we want to be analyzing what it is that went well, what didn't go well, and then we repeat the whole system all over again with our new lessons learned. So let's talk about how to actually get those new clients or patients from Instagram. The first thing for us to talk about here is exactly what you need to post in order to get new business, because you could have the best product, the best service in the world, something that could profoundly change somebody's life. But if you're not sharing it in a way to where they actually understand the value of it and why they need it so badly, they're never going to buy from you, and they're going to be worse off because of it. So let's fix that. When planning out your content for the month, your content must include these two things. Number one is answers to your ideal client's most pressing questions so they can build trust in you as an authority. The key here is that your ideal client is somebody who has a problem that you can solve. So what we need to show in the content is that you are able to solve their problems. No matter what your niche is, I'm sure you already have an idea of the most pressing questions that your ideal client has. Whether, maybe you're in like the beauty space and it's questions about skin. Maybe you are a PT and it's questions about back pain. What we really want to think about here are what are the biggest problems that your ideal client has, and then from there you can share how it is that you can solve them. Because remember, people are going to put their money towards what it is that solves a problem for them. And the more that you can really emphasize the problem and how it is that you're able to solve it, the more that person is going to trust in you as an authority. And when somebody trusts in you as an authority, that is what lays the foundation for them to be able to buy from you. Now, the second piece of this is that, first we do need people to trust in you, but then we need for people to believe that what it is that you're offering can work for somebody like them. And so this is where sharing client wins, patient success stories comes into play and why it is so incredibly important. Let's even take the way that I structured this masterclass. Before I got into all the specific action steps and details and things like that, what did I do? I showed you client wins. Because if I were you, I would want some sort of proof that this is actually going to work before investing any more time or energy into this kind of a process. And so showcasing those client wins is super, super important on your page. Now, I want to give away some tangible value here. So I want to share a post that has gotten the Scottsdale chiropractor dozens of new high-ticket patients and how you can do something similar. So I'm about to go to the next screen. I'm not sure if the volume is going to play, but there's subtitles, so you'll be able to get the gist of it.
Oftentimes we'll assess the patient by just bringing the leg here. Yeah, you just put the hand up. Yeah, so we get to, I don't even know if we get to 45 degrees. Good job again. So what we're doing right now is it's called a pituitary pump right here. K27, spleen 21. So now we're just checking for some structural issues here. Good. Good. Let's check this leg one more time. We're already pretty good.
No way.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Let's see this side. If that. Yeah. Yeah. Super good. Yeah. Look how good you're walking there.
No, this is absolutely. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
I'm so glad we can help you.
Just really.
I love seeing this video because I
oftentimes
love the transformation here. But let's break down what went well here and how it is that you can do something similar for your brand. So first of all, let's go over the stats on this reel. As you can see, this reel has gotten over 60,000 views, likes over 200, 55 saves, a lot of shares, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement. And if you were to go to the Scottsdale Chiropractor's page and actually look at this post, you would notice that all of the comments are people saying, I want to come in for a session. How do I come in for a session? When's the soonest I can get in for a session? This is a post that really has generated us a lot of business. And the comments are great. We got the majority of our business actually from people who DM'd us, which you can't see the entirety of that in the comments, but it has been a really successful post. Also got the page 100 new follows, which is really great to see. But let's break down why this post has been so effective, and also candidly, it is something that we have now run as an ad, and it has been incredibly profitable for the business. So first of all, to kind of tie this back into what we already talked about, In this reel, two different things are showcased. Number one, obviously what we're seeing here is a client transformation. We're seeing a client win. We're seeing her hugging the chiropractor at the end because she's so happy. We're seeing her transformation with her legs and how much more flexible she is. This is social proof. This is client success or patient success. And this is building the belief for other people that they can feel better after going to the chiropractor too. The other thing here that is so key and why this video is done so well is because in this video, Dr. Serafini is very clearly explaining what it is that he's doing and why it is that he's doing it. Here, he is building authority. Here, he is showcasing that he is knowledgeable on how to solve people's problems. And that goes back to the point number one, which is that people have to see you as the authority on a certain topic in terms of solving their problems. Now, a couple other things that we did in editing this reel that I absolutely think that you should include in your content as well. Number one, we have subtitles, as you can see down here. Super important because a lot of people watch their content with the volume off. And the last thing that I want to mention here is the hook that we had. So the hook is the most important part of your reel. That is the first 1 to 3 seconds. And here it says, she was stunned by her progress from one session. That's a catchy hook, right? That kind of grabs your attention. It makes you want to learn more about what it is that's going on. And the catchier that your hook is, the more likely it is that people will watch your video until the end, which means the better it is that it will perform. Now you may be wondering, okay, Christina, that's a lot of great information, but how is this going to relate to me in my practice? Well, if you own some kind of a service business where we can showcase a transformation like this, for example, let's say that you offer really beautiful facials. What you could do is you could record a video of you doing a facial on someone who you really love to work with. And as you're doing the facial, make sure that you can obviously see the person's face and get their reaction and things like that. Show the before and after so you can see that transformation. But also talk about what it is that you're doing and why it is that you're doing it. This exfoliates the skin, this smooths the skin, etc. So that way you are also, one, building that authority. Number two, really showcasing that win of somebody it is that you have worked with. Most importantly of all, have fun with this. When you enjoy the process of content creation, people can feel it and you become magnetic. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about here. How do you make sure that you get the right people to see your content and that they will actually convert into clients or patients? Because now we've gone over a couple different things, right? The filming process, what it is that you want to post on your page. But now, how do you make sure that the right people are actually going to see it and that they're actually going to convert into business for you? Because we're here to get that business, right? We're here to make money. The key is to engage with your target market on Instagram every day. When you are having conversations with your target market and they can see through your content that you can solve their problems based on what you post, making sales becomes inevitable. This is what a lot of marketers forget to mention when talking about social media marketing, but in my experience, this is a key part of the process. So, congratulations. You now know that there is a system that you can use to post on Instagram and get new clients or patients. Hopefully this has been very helpful for you. And this is something that you can take and you can try out for yourself. But the thing is that this is only about a 20-minute masterclass, and we obviously don't have time here to go over all of the specifics. My guess is that at this point, you are feeling empowered with the information that you've received. Hopefully you have a little bit of a better idea of how to support people with Instagram marketing than you did before. But you're probably wondering, but what exactly should I post for my specific niche? I mean, I have one content idea, but what about the other content I should post in the month? How many times a week do I need to post to hit my goals? How many people do I really need to message a day? What exactly does engagement look like? How do I find those people? Okay, let's say that they're then messaging me. Like, how do I book them in without sounding salesy? There's so many other parts to this process that we simply don't have the time to cover in today's masterclass. And these are questions that you could take the time to figure out on your own. And if you're maybe not in a big rush to get, new business from Instagram, if maybe it's actually not super important to you, but you just had an extra 20 minutes in your day, so you wanted to watch maybe this masterclass just for fun, then I think you're good to go with the information that I gave you. But if you're really serious about this growth and making money from your Instagram is actually a top priority for you right now, you could end up wasting hundreds of your hours and thousands of dollars by just trying to figure the rest of this out on your own. And just to kind of break this down into math for you, because I'm a numbers girl, let's say your time is worth $50 an hour. And let's say that right now you're spending maybe 5 hours on social media a week. Over the course of 6 months, that is $6,500 that you'd be wasting. Let's say your time is worth even more than that. Think about how much more money that is. The question is, do you want to do that? Or do you want a clear path to success with specific instructions so you can get dozens of high quality clients or patients from your Instagram page in the next few months? If you are ready for results, what I would love to do is to hop on a call with you and explore your options. We can discuss how we can support you in a way that fits your goals and also your budget. There are a variety of different packages that I offer, and we can plug you into the right one based on where you're at to help you get to your next level of success. And if there's some part of you who's seen this and you're like, I still don't feel ready, I don't even know if I want to have this call, something that I do want to let you know is that a lot of the clients that I've worked with don't start because they feel perfectly ready, but they start because they're tired of uncertainty and they're ready to do something that they know will actually work. And at this point, I've been doing this long enough that I know it works, and I am excited to work with more people who are ready to see that success with their Instagram marketing and who are ready to get all those new clients and patients in and really change lives together. So thank you for taking the time to watch this masterclass on Instagram client attraction. I believe that if you've watched this until the end, it's because you are serious about your business and about your business growth, and you truly have something valuable to bring to the world. I know your time is valuable. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me and to watch this with me. I hope that this information does help you to share more of your gifts. And if you are looking for a greater level of support, it would be my honor to talk with you and to learn more about how I could help you with that.